Click like and subscribe. That is hell. Hell is social media. Hell is other people. It is the worst thing that's ever happened to artists. And as Edgeworth Johnston says, it is the stuckist's duty to harness and ride the internet. He is so right, and it is such a wrong thing we have to do. But it is the only way I met Edgeworth Johnston, Emma Pugmire, Charles Thompson, Emin Everall, in the flesh. See, there are other painters I have touched and who have let me come to them and visit with them. Galleries, art magazines, the art establishment kills the artist because it turns the artist, the painter, the music maker into a business person. And to be a business person means you have to allot time to make money. So it's anti-art. Stuckism has to be anti-business. So other artists, I can't speak for them if they're failures or not. I just know that I am not a failure, and because I don't use the judgment of what society, the majority of society, uses to recognize success. To me, and the way I see things are topsy-turvy. People who consider themselves success are rank failures, and that would pretty much mean all lawyers. David Graeber, the anthropologist, had a talk once about how strange it is in modern art that the artists always end up in the sections of the cities where the equivalent of Wall Street is, where the bankers are, where the rich people are. And that's not a coincidence, he believes. He believes because art, in order to keep making art, needs money to eat, and the Wall Street bankers buy the art. And that was youth and geography. They bought the young people who were brave enough to go into the cities and live in tenements, sleep on the floor, and make art, and get together, and they were free to get together, which is what Stuckism is, and is what I did at Black Ivory. But the New Age calls for no more New York City, no more London. So don't wait for those rich bankers to come see your internet post. They're not looking. Creativity and art dies for people, or gets put aside, because as soon as they start to think about security and money, that's when it happens. Or results, or getting results for your time. Thinking your time is money is what ruins art for so many people.
Do you think that society has an obligation to support the artist?
There's no way for that to happen. That can only happen through government grants and funding, which would mean that art would become so stale. No, artists have to suffer, always have to suffer. Click like you heartless bastard. Society is always against the artist. And if the artist can't find a way to turn a trick, then they shouldn't be an artist. Whether that's marrying rich, or begging, or getting a part-time job and eating rice and beans. There's always a way to make art. But to live comfortably making art, I don't think there's ever a way to do that.
You're not diligent looking for a payoff. You're diligent for something. So what's the something?
Painting for me is longevity. I also know that a lot of people have to retire, not know what they're doing when they're 65, 70 years old. Say, go play golf. I'm going to be painting. I'm going to be painting until I die. I'm going to be painting with my toes. As soon as I know what sells and what doesn't sell, or what's popular, or what doesn't make other people cry, or even in the world where I don't make any money, what gets the likes and the no likes on social media, that is an instant influence from others. And the only way to keep that pure and your art pure is to never accept that. And it's impossible to, once you become involved with others' opinion of you. So public opinion is a weak tyrant compared to one's own private opinion. That's Thoreau. So if the public doesn't like what I'm doing, then I must really hate myself if I care. You're not going to make me a businessman. It ain't going to ever happen. I'm too old for that crap. I don't want to sell you anything.
Is there freedom in that?
Yes, yes, but it's not freedom if I didn't have help. Being bound and being free. Being bound because I need to have support, financial support, but free because I can practice. It's this crazy twist that I'm constantly in. It's a feeling of, well, what's that feeling? We say it all the time with sound. Like you're cognitive dissonance. It's that dissonance. It's a feeling that nothing's ever right. because I can't be settled. And the only way, and this is for me to be settled with art, would be to stop making art. Meaning, keep making art, but stop being an artist, because I'd have to become a businessman. So, no, you do not need to suffer for art. You need to have a hand-mouth existence. You have to feel like you're always on the edge. The dissonance is banging away. Nothing seems quite right. And then you're willing to keep pursuing it under all those conditions. That's what an artist does. Those horrible conditions that other people say, no way, I'm just going to watch TV tonight. I don't want to spend my life trying to get you to buy something. Art is anti-business. It has to be anti-business. I don't want to spend half my life trying to get you to buy something. I don't even know why I would want you to buy anything I make, because that's not what it is. And that's not why I'm doing it. I'm fortunate to be able to go down into my studio and make art. Congratulations, I win.